Captain Brody is a 2006 gelding, stands 16 hands. We did get papers with him. I believe it was a copy. When we called the recorded owner, the person was not very nice or happy in any way, shape, or form, so we have not pursued getting a transfer from this woman. She said she didn't know where he was and she didn't care. We've had him for a while. He'd ride really well with Aaron. When he first came in and had the driving shoes on, he looked very saddle seat typey. He was quiet, but as he got to feel better and his body quit aching and he got more comfortable, he got gamer, but he also got fussier. And he didn't tolerate people with that were a little heavy in their hands or didn't have the sensitivity or the training that Aaron does. We did do a fundraiser to get the teeth done, and we had his teeth done, and he's just a million times better. His teeth were very sharp and uneven. It has helped this horse a lot. I feel he's personally, I feel he's suited for a sport horse type, whether it's jumping, just riding hunt seat on the flat, or even doing dressage. He likes one rider. He's happiest with that. He's a very handsome horse. He's easy to catch. He's easy on the ground. I think probably a German Martingale is not the way to go on this horse. He seems a little fussy, like he's not comfortable. And even though it's loose, it does kind of have a pulling down effect. So usually what we do is start riding these horses in a running martingale with two reins. So if we need to drop his nose, we can, but otherwise it's not pulling down. I really feel that's this horse's issue, and that he would be way better suited to have one person work him and let him get comfortable with him. He is not a beginner horse, but he's not evil or mean either. I believe Aaron's ridden him outside and said he was good on trails. This horse is ridden barefoot due to the mud we've and the financial end of it. We've had to pull shoes on a lot of horses. He seems to be doing pretty well, although he doesn't have the reach and the shoulder movement that he had with even a shoe with borium on him. He's gotten a lot happier since he's had his teeth done, and I feel with work and somebody that has patience and understands him, he'd be a pretty nice horse in the sport horse type field. He is not lazy. He has some go forward to him. You're going to see when Aaron asks him to canter that he steps up and is going a little quicker. I don't think that's always been a part of him. I think somebody's taken the time to teach him to canter a little slower, because I remember him being much more collected when we first got him. And we've kind of put him on the back burner because we were raising funds to get all the horses' teeth done. And he's a horse that's definitely benefited by having his teeth done. He does know a cue. He's a little bouncy, but he wasn't like that when he had shoes on, so I think that barefoot has kind of thrown him his timing off, and he's a little bouncy. He had a much better canter with shoes on in front, at least. So this is one horse that if someone adopted him, I would recommend keeping shoes on in front to help him balance a little bit. He's not overly spooky or silly, but like I said, he's not a beginner horse. I don't know how far he went in his training, because the person who's recorded owner wouldn't give us any information, and implied in some of her comments that he was sold fairly early to a broker of some sort. And he's definitely been worked, so somebody's worked him, and I can't even say we can get the papers because I really don't think we're going to get them. So my suggestion to anybody with this horse would be, we could try to get the papers transferred, and I'm sure the originals are lost. Or you could do DNA to find out exactly who he is, because I think he came with just a copy of papers. which is pretty common with a lot of brokers. They'll send a copy with them. So he took the wrong leg kind of crossed, and there he's crossed again, and then he switched. So he's a little unbalanced without his shoes in front. But he didn't seem to get upset about it. It did take him a while. He switched again, and then Aaron's going to go around the corner, and he switched back. And you notice she's not getting upset and jerking him down or snatching him. We don't want him to be upset with cantering. When they start switching, we try to get him to switch back and try to keep relaxed and quiet. Because sometimes when they're switching leads and you jerk them down and get after them, punish them, they get more nervous and they do it more, or they think they're not supposed to canter. If you have any questions with this horse and are interested, you can contact Saddlebred Rescue and talk to Erin. She'd be more than happy to tell you all she knows about this horse.